Hello Capricorns and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your weekly tarot reading for January 21st to the 27th of 2019. Alrighty guys, so we're going to use the Hieronymus Bosch deck here to check out your weekly energy and your weekly general reading. This reading will not resonate with every single one of you. Please check out the weeklies for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have a lot of repeating cards this week as well. A lot of repeating cards. The messages are huge this week, and just like they were last week because of the total lunar eclipse in Leo supermoon that we have on the 21st with 0-degree moon in Leo and the sun being 0 degrees in Aquarius. It's huge, especially for the for the fixed signs. It's really, really crazy. But let's see what's coming in for you guys. Energy for my Capricorns this week. So definitely go check out that video. There's a ton of information. And this, the energies that are being brought up and the situations or revelations that are being brought up with this eclipse and supermoon are going to be sticking around for the next 6 months. Maybe more. Let's see. Capricorns. And we get the Knave of Pentacles. So this is awesome. This is one of my favorite knaves, pages in any of my decks, because he's very stable. He's got a lot of good ideas, and he's willing to do the work to, get this off the ground here. The Knave of Pentacles could be the start of something, a new profitable venture, a new offer. Could often be communication coming in that offers us something, especially to do with money, with work, possibly a new business idea, or, a new venture here. Money coming in from one source or another. And in this deck, in the Bosch deck, what is his description here? Because I love the descriptions in this deck. They are just so good. The Knave of Pentacles is resources. Create that which you do not have. Know how to abandon that which you have. So again, whatever you are holding on to, and this has kind of been a really huge, this is like a huge message on that has been coming up throughout all of the readings. And, with the supermoon and eclipsean energy here, we have this need to drop the things that are no longer serving us. What are we holding on to here that has not worked out? This rod for him hasn't worked out. He's like, I'm going to take this pentacle, I have a sword, I have a stick, I'm doing this now. Because this is what works for me, and I don't know why I was carrying this around. It's dead weight. It had never worked for me. I hate fishing. Not into it. It's that kind of energy where he's making the necessary changes here and putting his efforts and ideals and his effort, again, I already said that, sorry, into something else, into something new, something that has more profitable growth here. That's something that is going to grow into something more, something that offers stability and growth, again, on a real stable level. And you guys love that, being a mutable earth sign. You guys love it. All right, let's see. Capricorns, what is coming in for you guys this week? What is coming in for my Capricorns this week? Capricorns, and first we get the Five of Swords. Interesting. What's coming in for my Capricorns this week? Will they be experiencing January 21st to the 27th? Four of Swords. I'm not surprised to see that guy there. I don't know, I just kind of felt like that guy was going to come out for you. I had a feeling. Let's see what else is coming in for my Capricorns this week. Ten of Cups. And then the Ace of Swords also really wanted to come out. So I feel like there's one more though. I don't know, I just have a feeling. Anything else that's coming in this week for my Capricorns? Anything that they will be experiencing or that will be coming in that they need to know about, that will be very prevalent. And it's the Seven of Pentacles. This card has also been all over the place this week. All over the place. I believe I saw the Four of Swords in maybe Sagittarius' reading, so go check that out. But the Seven of Pentacles has come up again and again. It is a theme of almost getting there. We're almost at that point, so don't give up now. The Seven of Pentacles is saying that, the time for harvest is nigh. So don't, keep holding out here, okay? So that card has been, it's also putting that necessary work at the end there that we need to do. I'm getting stuck on that one because I need to start over. Sorry, I just needed some water. I have been like, my allergies or my sinus has been crazy today, so I apologize for how nasally I am and having to stop and take drinks every like 5 minutes, but let's see. The Five of Swords and the Four of Swords here. Clarify the messages. Clarify the messages. I'm going to use my Klimt deck actually to clarify for you guys. Clarify the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. What is bringing up these energies for my Capricorns? And wow, we get the Four of Wands. Nice. Okay, what's bringing up the Four of Swords, the Ten of Cups here? Bring up this Ten of Cups energy for my Capricorns. We are getting the Ace of Wands reversed. Interesting. I feel like there's something else, though, for the Ten of Chalices, Ten of Cups here. Ace of Swords. Knave of Chalices. Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. Let's see what comes out here. It's bringing up these energies. It feels weird. Ooh, something weird in my gut. Oh, butterflies. I was like, why does it feel like butterflies in my gut here? This might have to do with a love situation for some of you guys. So again, not all of you guys are going to resonate with the love reading or this reading. You might kind of flip-flop it. Or, again, check out the readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are not just our Sun sign. But the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords here at the beginning. I feel, because, you know, the Five of Swords isn't really fighting a lot of people here in this deck. He's a lot more passive. The Five and Four of Swords are a lot more passive, a lot less aggressive. In my Hieronymus Bosch deck, I'm actually going to turn this light on, because I feel like it's getting a little bit dark out. It just got really cloudy. So I'm going to turn that on for you guys. But, move this. The Five of Swords here is saying, you know, how many swords we really need in this battle. If we are, you know, coming at something with a bunch of swords, we might not really need to. And it could be that we're worried about the future here. We're worried about getting here. We might see a goal in mind or, you know, have hope to, you know, be somewhere else by a certain point, or, you know, by the point that is approaching. And what we need to do here is, you know, realize that, hey, you're going to get there when you get there. So stop freaking out, Capricorn. I feel like that could be a real situation that has got you turned on, like, your head here. Maybe we're not feeling the passion for something right now. We're not having enough energy. As also what I'm getting here is that there's a need to slow down and rest because we're just talking ourselves in circles. We're worrying ourselves in circles here. We don't need to feel or approach this situation with, you know, 5 swords. 5 swords is too much. You know, the Wanderer. 1 sword is a weapon. More than 1 sword or a bundle. Don't carry all these worries. Don't carry all the stress here. You guys have kind of a refreshing reading to me. The readings have been so intense these past 2 weeks, and it's like, this is my last one, and this is just so, it's kind of more refreshing. I really like where you guys are at, and, you know, how this is affecting you, honestly, because it feels like you're getting these downloads, getting the information, having these things come up that, you know, everybody else is going through right now, but you're dealing with it so much better. I mean, you guys might have already dealt with these things. We might have already come to conclusions about these things. We're dealing with it a lot better here, but again, we don't need to be so worried, so stressed, because it looks like with the Four of Wands, there's, you know, we don't need to attach that to this, because again, the Four of Swords here is the valorous one. Do not fear to face even one's own sword. Don't be afraid to deal with what's coming up here, because by dealing with this now, and sorting through this mental confusion, this stress, this anxiety that's making you feel like you're being attacked, you might just need to look at it from a different perspective and realize that you're getting there. And right now, it might be a time to rest, because if we keep pushing forward on this at this time, we just don't have the energy for it. We're not seeing things clearly, because again, there was the eclipse. We have the full moon. That's going to make it, like, weird for a week or two before and after. And you guys have to be aware of that. That does happen. People like to say that's BS, but it's not. It's really not. It's really not. This whole eclipse and this supermoon is not BS either. This is some huge energy. And you guys are accepting it. You're embracing it. It's bringing you to these new places, but it might be very draining for you right now. I feel like you guys have been hard at work. You've been doing this, doing that for quite a while now in your own season. And now that we're going into an Aquarian season, we might need to sit back and rest and know that we're going to get there. Feel the love. Feel, you know, what we've built here. Because with the Ten of Cups here, I mean, that's, you know, emotional fulfillment. That's getting there emotionally. Like, we get to celebrate. We get to really feel, you know, the joy. Feel supported. The Ten of Chalices in this deck is the home. The family unit is not without asperity, but it holds together through sentiment. Look at how it's all held together. There's a bunch of cups, but they're all stuck on there quite securely. There's, you know, it's a weird design, but I'm sure it's for something. I don't know. It's my Bosch deck, so none of the designs make a lot of sense, but they're beautiful, and it holds together. And it feels content. It feels warm with those pinks and blues. We're feeling really, really content here. And so experience that this week and let that kind of fuel you up. Let that, you know, being in the home, being maybe with people that you love and family and talking to them and just being in their presence and, you know, taking in all the good energy, all the good vibes, all the love, all the support here. You know, getting some loving messages of hope like, hey, I'm proud of you, you're doing good. And even treat yourself this way if you're not getting this specifically from somebody or something. Whatever type of, you know, even just like little things that people say to you might come through and be like, wow, that's really nice. And sometimes it could be, I mean, it could be a Cancer's a Pisces, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. But the Ace of Swords here is saying that we could have some revelations. And the Ace of Swords is that Aquarian, like, bam, there you go. There's what you were looking for. There's the answer. This is your download. This is what you wanted to know. Here it is. So if you've been asking any questions, wondering about something, etc., you know, the Ace of Swords is coming in and giving it to you. Like, bam, there it is. You wanted to know about it? There it is. You know, the instinctive one. One cannot fly after one's own weaknesses. So again, this deck has that double meaning where we need to think before we act. Yes, we're getting a go-ahead. We're getting a triumphant moment here. We're getting what we need to in order to move forward. We're getting that, you know, initial push, that initial, like, bam, oh, okay, I get it now. I see the future. I see what I have to do. I understand this from a different perspective, and now I know what to do. But if we're not, you know, sitting with it for a second and understanding it and really entering this, you know, when it's meant to, because it does feel like, you know, yes, the Ace of Swords is here, but the Seven of Pentacles is right after it. We might want to run into a relationship even. Might want to run into a commitment. But we need to sit with it for a second, because the Seven of Pentacles is not a rushing energy. It's saying that, you know, we're coming to fruition, but we're not there yet. Seven of Pentacles, one cannot devour gold, but all gold must be given a meaning so that one can draw nourishment from it. You have to, again, you can't eat gold. No matter how much money you have, you cannot eat it. It will not sustain you. You must find something else to sustain you. And what is going to sustain you this week is not your quest for money, but love. Your quest for a commitment, for a quest for something that feels real. Okay, so even if this is a work situation, no matter how much they're paying you, unless you're in a commitment and you are, you know, enjoying this and they're enjoying you and treating you well, and it's an equal and wonderful environment, and again, that you love what you're doing and that you feel like you're giving back and that you're in something that means something to you here, that you can draw nourishment from, then it is worth it. But if it is not, then we need to reevaluate at this point as well. I'm getting for some of you the need to sit back and like rest here. I don't know what just happened. I like got an accent or something there. I don't know what just happened. I need to get some more water. But wow. So don't fight what's coming in this week. It's trying to bring you this. It may not be what you want to hear. It may not be what you want to deal with. But it's going to bring you this. But I feel like you guys are accepting it, honestly. It feels like you guys are like, wow, wonderful message. Great. I'm just going to listen to it and do it. And that's great. Thank you, Capricorns, for not fighting it like everybody else. If everybody else is fighting it or not, you know, refusing to see the truth, then I'm glad that you guys are at least kind of, it seems like, taking this a little bit better. You're ready for the next step. It feels like you're ready. And that's why you're like, I'm ready to go. But, you know, the universe is like, hey, slow down there, Capricorn. You and Sagittarius are like, go, go, go. And you guys both really need to sit back and rest. And, you know, allow things to come in without blocking ourselves out. Alright, so let's see love and romance for you guys. I'm going to use my Aquarian Tarot for love and romance. Or actually, no, I want to use my Hobbit deck for you guys. Let's use the Hobbit for love and romance here. Love and romance for my Capricorns for January 21st to the 27th of 2019. Whoa! This one came flying out. King of Swords. There's that Aquarian energy. Decisions. Big energy here of, you know, again, decisions coming in. Clarity coming in about relationships. Taking a stand. Alright, what else is coming in here? Love and relationships. Thank you, cat hair. They always sit on this whenever I'm not here, and I have to roll it every time I sit down to do a reading. So, I apologize. Alright, Four of Coins. Love and relationships. The love lives of my Capricorns this week. Love lives of my Capricorns this week. And we get the Page of Cups. Get the Five of Swords. Interesting. Wow. There's that Five of Swords energy again. Definitely some conflicting energies, conflicting vibes here. Let's clarify the King of Swords to the Four of Coins. Clarify the energies of the King of Swords, Four of Coins here. And we get, yeah, Five of Cups. Interesting. Four of Coins, the Page of Cups for love and romance. Clarify what's bringing this up in their relationships, in their love lives, for my Capricorns. Five of Wands, 2 fives. I don't like that. There's definitely conflict in your heart chakra here this week. Conflict in our relationships. 3 fives. Why am I saying not 4? Sorry, not 2. There's 3 fives though. Really good at counting today, can you tell? But then we have the Knight of Wands. Alright, so there is definitely conflicting energies. This is where we're getting hit by the energy. Alright, so you guys in your general lives and career seem to be taking it on really well, but seems like in the heart chakra we're having a little bit of trouble here, and that's okay. King of Swords is a very decisive, very upfront, very, this is how I feel, this is what I'm doing type of energy. You know, he is, I mean, this is Thorin. You know, he knows what he's doing. He's going for it. He will fight for it until the end. Like, he is very clear. You know, this is articulate, sound judgment, strict moral person. Or again, if this is that energy of Aquarius coming in, I feel that we're, again, we're in a relationship, I'm going to talk about that a little bit first because that's the first story I'm getting here, is that if we're in a relationship and, you know, there are ways that we have trouble communicating. These are being highlighted. I mean, look at the way his sword is pointing to the Four of Coins and the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands. Our issues with communication and holding things in and not allowing somebody else in might be, you know, causing a lot of conflict. And it could be that it's not just you, it could be the other person. It is a general reading, but there is an issue with conflict and people holding things in and not really speaking their truths so that we cannot move past this. You know, if we want to get past this to get to the love, get to where we want to, we have to be willing to open up here. We have to be willing to communicate, to participate here, to speak our truths, talk about our feelings. With the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands, if we're feeling confused, if we're feeling like we want to, you know, reawaken passion, we want to have that again. And maybe that's why we fight, because, you know, we're bored, or, you know, again, there's conflict here because we're not talking about what we really need and how we really feel all the time, and we're allowing it to come out in fights and in nitpicking at each other and fighting to points where we're sad and we can't connect, and, you know, there's all this fighting energy. There's 3 fives, which is conflict to me. Internal conflict that manifests as external conflict. You know, oh, I know this and you know this, and, you know, well, you said this to me yesterday, and blah, blah, you know, it's like all these fighting things where you said, he said, she said, you know, whatever, all of that stuff where, you know, we're getting into these stupid little fights here. And the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups says, you know, there's emotional confusion and passion that is, you know, again, immature almost. This is an immature feeling here, and that's what's bringing up this fighting. I think there's just confusion knocking about right now because we have to face the things inside us that we have fought on talking to somebody about, the feelings and the situations that we've held on to, the passions that we've held on to, and it's coming up in like these nasty ways this week. Oh, like, oh, well, you said, you know, remember that fight, you know, you're bringing up like fights that you had like months ago or something like that. Or again, if you guys are single, so then that's the kind of energy that I'm getting for, you know, your couples. It's like working through that. There's an energy to fight this week. Try not to give into it. Try to hold back and work through it internally. But if you do need to talk about something, I mean, talk about it. It's time to talk about it. It's time to bring clarity and things back to that, you know, and bring what you want back into the relationship. Time to fight for what you want. You want to bring the fire in here. We have to fight for it. We must have one last battle, and for the good, not to fight with each other, but to talk about what needs to be talked about. And don't attack somebody. Don't say, it's all you, blah, 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 blah. Because I find sometimes with cancers, you guys don't want to admit when it comes internally from you. It's not just their fault. I mean, this is a miscommunication on both ends here. You know, we're fighting because we're both holding things back, because we both want something, and we're trying to go about it different ways here. So when you go and try to talk about this, don't approach it as you did this and you did that. It's what can we do to make this better? What is not working between us? Why are we fighting? this involves, looking within here and saying, these things are coming from within me because I feel dissatisfied, because I feel incomplete, because I feel sad, and I don't feel good about myself here. I don't feel good about who I am and how I show up here, or my accomplishments, and it's seeping into these parts of our relationship, or I don't feel good about this, that, or the other thing, and these things are coming out. And we're being forced to look at them, and we're being forced to reckon them, and really do something about it here. So have that last battle, but have it for the relationship, not at the relationship, not at the other person. That's really what I'm getting here. And if we're single, again, I think that, we're getting clarity on how to move past our internal issues that are holding us back from allowing love, and that we can bring in love. We can, if we approach it as, a Page of Cups, interest, confusion, like, he's immature in love, but he's willing to start something. He's interested in it. He's putting out effort. It's a loving little message here, being cute and romantic about it and flirty. It's a lighter message here than the Five of Swords. But the Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands are both saying go for it. With that, with this passion, go for it. Feel confident, confidently ride into this. Why not go for that last battle? It is for love, What do you have to lose type of energy here? And I do think that that will work for you. So, wow, powerful, powerful readings. Alright guys, let's look at a Stacey DeMarco Halloween Oracle for some guidance from Spirit for you guys. Some advice from Spirit for January 21st through the 27th of 2019. This is my Stacey DeMarco Halloween Oracle deck. Advice for my Capricorns for January 21st through the 27th, 2019. Advice for my Capricorns. We get trick or treat. Awesome. Trick or treat. Stalking and stomping, eyes shining and begging baskets, faces and bodies that are no longer ours, laughing skeletons and candy caskets. Okay, should you receive trick or treat card in your divination, it may well be to examine the role of play and mischief in your own life. You don't have to be a child to let go and have some playtime, and you can extend the fun to others. Sometimes we are afraid to make mistakes, and play is one way to alleviate the pressure that we sometimes place on ourselves to get everything perfect every time. Alternatively, it is worth knowing that there is Alternatively, it is worth knowing that there is a balance between manipulation and mischief. The former is not pleasant, and the other has, at its core, a sense of irreverent fun. So these are messages that are going to be really important this week. Again, have fun, enjoy your life, and I feel like you guys are looking at things a little bit lighter, and this is the energy that we need to, have here. Is take a break, relax, have some fun, allow the messages to come in, and not be so hard and tense and rocked by this energy in a negative way. We need to, gain the positive from it. Learn what we need to, but be open to it and have a good time. Not push ourselves too much in this energy right now. Alright, Capricorns, check out the readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. They were really powerful, really intense readings. Make sure to check out the full moon in Leo lunar eclipse video that I put up. There's a ton of important messages in that really talk a lot about the changes that are going to be going on within us for the next 6 months or so because of this eclipse and because of this energy. It's really big energy, so check that out. If you guys want to book a private reading, all that information is right below in my description box. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you haven't, please do subscribe and share. It helps the channel, and when I get to 10,000, I'm gonna do a huge giveaway. Have a wonderful week, Capricorns. I'll see you next week.